Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Beth and I am doing a series called NF Talks, which talks about people who have neurofibromatosis, which includes NF1, NF2 and schwannomatosis. I have NF1 and if you've seen my previous video, I live in the UK. Now, this will be going out on the 9th of February, and the reason why it's going out on the 9th of February is for one specific reason, and that is because the 9th of February will mark 19 years since I was diagnosed with a pilocytic astrocytoma and afterwards NF1. Now, leading up to the 9th of February 2007, I did have symptoms and experiencing things that I didn't feel right. It started off as headaches, which I just put it down as being normal. And then as the symptoms progressed, so was headaches, dizziness, my mood had changed. I was just wanted to sleep all the time, blurry vision. So I went to the doctors. This doctor said, I don't think something's right here, because my right side was going a bit weak. So she got in touch with the hospital. I received a letter on a Wednesday to go in to see this professor, this pediatric neurologist at the time, on Friday the 9th of February 2007. Now, I was supposed to be off that day anyways because I had another hospital appointment to deal with this scoliosis, to see how the rods were holding up. So went in and I was there for 2.5, 3 hours, and this pediatric neurologist did the roughest and thorough neurological exam my mother had ever seen. Now, bear in mind, I was 14 years old at the time. She said to my mum, there's something not right. So she agreed with the GP at the time. They initially thought I had a stroke, so they wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything serious going on because my right side was totally weak. She paid for a taxi to another hospital so I can have this MRI scan. I didn't have a stroke. I had a brain tumour. It was grade 1 at the time, and it was a pilocytic astrocytoma, which was located at the back of my head, back of my brain, which sits right in between all the most important nerves, including the cerebellum, the balance cortex, the speech cortex, all of that. It was located right in the middle. And apparently it was quite big. Now, we didn't know how big it was until we recently came across my medical records that I wanted to access so I could look at things myself. And the scans, it's quite big. So that was on the 9th of February, which was a Friday. Next day, Saturday 10th of February, I had the emergency operation at 8 a.m. to get this brain tumour out. So I had a craniotomy and I had hydrocephalus as well, so I had fluid build up on the brain, which explained a lot of the other symptoms as well. Now, with this brain tumour, I didn't just have a brain tumour, I had a cyst that had formed around this brain tumour that was acting out some of these symptoms. So if it wasn't for this big cyst, then we would have known about the brain tumour. And now, 19 years on, I'm still here, obviously. I'm talking. So, and while I was diagnosed with the pilocytic astrocytoma, I was then diagnosed with NF1. This was after the hospital put in touch with Click Sergeant at the time, who then said this isn't something that we can personally deal with because it is a condition called neurofibromatosis type 1. And they got in touch with what used to be called the Neurofibromatosis Association. It is now known as Nerve Tumours UK. And Nerve Tumours UK have been with me every step of the way for 19 years, helping not only myself but my family cope with the NF, helping us deal with other things as well. Now, 19 years on, I'm still suffering from the effects of the brain tumour because I am classed as brain damage, because of the damage, my brain is still partially a 14-year-old. Now, 19 years later, even though this brain tumour has gone, the residual effects are still in place, but I still have fibromas, tumours everywhere. I've got them on my scalp, so you can feel them on my scalp. There's quite a few. So the way I make sure they're okay, once a week I just feel them. If they hurt, then I jot it down, because one day they might hurt, the next week they might not hurt, so I just jot it down. Then I have them in my entire right leg, so in the tissue. I've got them one either side of my right knee, and one of them is a plexiform that we have to keep an eye on, because plexiforms can turn into MPNSTs, which means that it has to be kept safe. The other one is just a normal fibroma, but it's quite big and it has grown a bit since then, because you can now feel it. I also have them in my chest, my abdomen and my perirenal space, which is the back of the kidneys. I've got them in my hands as well. I've got one in my face that's grown as well. Now, the one in my face was a fluke, because with NF1 we check, and I checked and I felt something wasn't right, and now the GP got me a ultrasound scan, and I have a fibroma in my face that the surgeon can feel. But again, I've got to be careful, because I'm leaving it at the moment because it doesn't pose a threat, but once it does, I am allowed to have it removed. But with the NF1, we are still learning new things, and I do have another brain tumour, and now this brain tumour is an MVNT. It is a long word that I cannot pronounce, but it's supposed to be a very rare brain tumour, and it's affecting me quite a bit at the moment, because my right side has gone again. I am getting dizziness, I'm getting more tired. So that is just the same as anyone else with NF1. We are getting MRI scans every year on my brain. I'm getting them every year on my knee as well, to make sure everything's okay. And again, Nerve Tumours UK, they are all absolutely amazing. They have helped us an awful lot, and I am very pleased with the work they do, and they continue to do, because they do a lot of work for the UK, especially where there's only been 35,000 people in the UK that have this condition. So that is my NF story. I am the only one in my entire family that has this. We did the genetic blood test, and I'm the only one with it. My mother doesn't have it, my sister doesn't have it, my brother doesn't have it. Now, this means I am a spontaneous mutation, because I'm the first in my family to have it. So that was still a bit of a shock to us. But that's my NF story. And if you didn't know, I'm 33, so I'll be 34 in May. And next year will be 20 years since I've had an F1. And I'm going to try and do this as much as I can, talk to as many people as I can, potentially get people on. At the end of February, it is Rare Disease Day. Now, I am fortunate enough to be able to go to the Genetic Alliance Rare Disease meet in Newcastle, where I try and go every year, but this year I got email and I've been invited, so I have signed up for that, and I will be posting about the day as best as I can, and I will upload it at the end of February. Now, the reason why it is February is Rare Disease Month is because it is the rarest month of the year, and it highlights people who have rare conditions from NF1, NF2, schwannomatosis, right down to mitochondrial disease and other diseases as well, illnesses that affect 1 in 2,500 people or less, especially depending on how rare they are. So again, if you are interested and you would like to discuss your NF story with me, please comment below and I will arrange it as best as I can. I know these videos are short, but hopefully as time goes on and I get more confident, they will be longer. Now, I do have other things lined up for each month of this year that lines up with people who have NF1. So any other condition that people with NF1 have that falls in line, so like there's autism, breast cancer, scoliosis, which I will be talking about, which is June. May again is NF Awareness Month, so 17th of May is NF1 Awareness Month. May 22nd is NF2 and Schwannomatosis Awareness Day. So I'm going to try my best, so please forgive me if I miss a couple, because I am still struggling with pain and stuff, and I'm just tired all the time. This is due to this brain tumour. Now, there will be more updates with my health journey as I get on, because I am in process of possibly being diagnosed with MS. Now, this neurologist has said because I have the NF1, he cannot properly, you know what I mean, diagnose me with MS, because both conditions have similar lesions on the brain and I have several lesions on the brain. So my scan that I looked like a lot of whiteness, very white, which is the flare, which is the T2 flare. So he has said it looks potentially like MS, but he wants to wait, see how my symptoms progress even further. Now my right side is getting worse. I cannot open things anymore, which frustrates me. So I think Autism Awareness Month is coming up, and I think that'll be the next segment that I'll be posting about, and my history, my experience and life with autism as well. So again, I am looking for people to talk to, potentially in May. So if you would like to talk to us in May, I will try and do someone once a week. So there'll be 4 or 5 people. I would potentially like to talk to somebody with NF1 to be released for 17th of May. I would like to talk to somebody with NF2 or schwannomatosis, or 2 people, which will be released the 22nd of May. So I'm trying to raise as much awareness as I can of neurofibromatosis type 1. NF2, I don't have experience with, same as schwannomatosis, which is why I would like to speak to other people with these conditions to help spread awareness of NF2 and schwannomatosis, because NF2 and schwannomatosis are rarer than NF1. So if you would like to do this, please comment below, get in touch, and I will try and arrange how we can do an interview as best as I can and in better lighting, because it's dark at the moment. So thank you very much for watching, and if you live in the UK, please go to nervetumorsuk.org, and there's a lot of information on the Nerve Tumours website which can help people with NF1, NF2 schwannomatosis. They are up and down the country. There is a helpline as well on the website, and they're open Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. So if anybody has any queries or just wants somebody to talk to, ring the Nerve Tumours UK helpline. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.